What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back in the studio. Today I want to share an older video with you guys. This is a 500 series preamp shootout video, and I will warn you that we're only going to be going over one instrument in this video, and that is going to be an electric guitar DI track. So if you're curious what these preamps sounded like on other instruments like vocals with use various different mics, or drums, say snare drum, kick drum, stuff like that, I can make an additional video, but I just wanted to kind of go over what this video is about. And it is a preamp shootout. You're going to be seeing kind of the different characters that these preamps produce and their frequency responses and some of the cool features that they have. But just as a warning, only going to be going over guitar DIs. This is an older video that I had made maybe a couple years ago that I had never gotten around to posting, and I just want to share it with you guys. Here's my autofocus. And before we get started into the video, guys, the preamps that we're going over is the Warm Audio WA12. They're all 500 series preamps. So we're going to be going over that one. Very popular Blackline Audio Auteur 2, and two of the Lindell Audio preamps. I believe it's the 6X preamps, both of them. One is a little bit older style, one's a little bit more modern. They're basically the same preamp. Going over those, we're also going to be comparing those into a Focusrite Scarlett Pre. So it'll be really exciting. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry that I haven't been posting too much as of recent, and one of the main reasons for that is because I was working on getting this desk finalized. It's done now. This is what it looks like, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So in about a week or two, I'm gonna have a video up on exactly how I did this. It ended up being way less money than I thought I was gonna have to spend on it, and I want to try to help you guys make your own desk if that's something that you guys are into. And I'm going to go over the materials I used, exactly how I cut it, and I'm also going to include some templates for you guys too. So if you're interested, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and I will be posting a video on exactly how I did that. So without further ado, guys, let's hop right into it. Today we're going to be shooting out 4 of the most popular preamps that are under $500. These are 500 series preamps, and they're all made by reputable companies and used widely for drums, vocals, etc. Alright guys, so let's hop right into it. We're going to properly gain stage everything from -12 dB to -24 dB. Now you can go higher around -10. Specifically for the guitar DIs, we're actually going to be going up to -6. Those you need to run a little bit hotter in order to get the amp simulator to work. So just be careful there, guys. Definitely don't want to be clipping. Definitely don't want to be too low. In that case, we would have too much noise. Alright guys, so before we get started, let's talk a little bit about the preamps. The first one we're going to talk about is the Blackline Audio Auteur MKII. This is actually one of the cheapest preamps that we're going to be shooting out, and it does not sound like one of the cheapest preamps, I can tell you that. Right off the bat, we have 67 dB of gain. We have a DI input with a high Z button. We have a 13 dB pad, and then we also have a polarity switch. And this preamp is capturing 10 Hz to 30K. And as cheap as this preamp is, you can still find it in studios from LA to New York to Nashville, and heard on projects from artists like Maroon 5, Alison Krauss, Metallica, T-Pain, George Strait, MGMT, Beyonce, George Duke, Slayer, and more. And now guys, let's go ahead and talk about the Lindell Audio 6X500. This guy's a single channel transformer coupled mic pre. It's got a passive 2-band Pultec style EQ, which is really cool. It's my favorite feature of this. It's got a super silky high end and a really punchy low end. These guys really pack a lot of power, and it's awesome if you're recording snare drum or kick drum, even toms I would throw this on. And as far as some of the specs on this one, we have up to 65 dB of gain. We have the EQ with an inductor plus 990 gain makeup amplifier, 3-step switch EQ low frequency boost at 30, 60, and 100 Hz. The high frequency boost is 6K, 10K, and 16K. So you also have a selectable high boost bandwidth on the PCB, a polarity reverse, and a pin compatible with 990 or 2520 type operating amps. And last but not least, guys, we're going to be shooting out the Warm Audio WA12 MKII. This is a 100% discrete dual transformer mic preamp. So what packs this preamp with a lot of power is their operating amp, which is the X731. It's kind of a reproduction of the Melcore 1731, similar to the modern 2520 style operating amps. The MK12 here can also accept any discrete operating amp on the market, so if you guys wanted to mod these, you could definitely do that. It's a 2520 pinout standard. Warm Audio also uses the Sine Mag standard USA transformers, and an all discrete signal path. So these preamps really do compete with the big name preamps out on the market. So I'd have to say my top 3 favorite things about this preamp are the fact that you can overdrive the channel without hurting the preamp. It gives it a really smooth effect. You can add some saturation in there, whether you're working with guitar, vocals, or even snare drum. The second thing I like is the high Z input. It's super easy to plug in and, just hit high Z and record some DI tracks. And then the third I gotta say is the tone button. And all the tone knob does on here is switches the input impedance from 600 ohms to 150 ohms. Not only does it change the tone of your mic input, but it also changes the high Z input as well. So guys, we're gonna be listening and comparing some guitar DI tracks, guitar amp, drums on both snare and kick, and we're also gonna be listening to some voiceovers I did earlier as well. But before that, let's go ahead and zoom in. These are just some finger snaps here. I wanted to see which preamp had the most noise and which one had the least. As you can see, I used the Focusrite 18i20 kind of as a constant to compare. That one was by far the noisiest. We have the Blackline second in place there is the noisiest. The Lindell and the Warm Audio were pretty even. So let's go ahead in and compare the Blackline versus the Warm Audio on Guitar DI. So guys, nothing too crazy going on here. We do have a good bit of level in between 1K and about 200K there. Nothing to compare it to yet, so let's go ahead and check out the Warm Audio next. So taking a look here, guys, oddly similar to the Blackline. Looks like we're catching around the same frequency range. You can see some spikes in there, so I think the Warm Audio is doing a better job at capturing a little bit more character in the strings. And we definitely have a little bit more response from the Warm Audio on both the high and low end compared to the Blackline. Let's go ahead and check out this tone knob. So kind of a cool result we got here, guys. As you can see, we're capturing a lot of character from the guitar. It looks like an overall bump as well. And with the tone knob turned on, it looks like we have a little bit less of a roll off in both the high and low end and just capturing a lot of character. Let's take a listen to both back to back. And for fun, guys, let's go ahead and throw in the Focusrite 18i20. So we're going to listen to 4 different tracks back to back. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is throw an amp sim on. I'm going to be using the exact same settings on every single track, and I've also got a compressor on there. So we're going to see what the difference is by listening back. guys go ahead and write in the comments which preamp you think sounds best. So what we're going to do next, guys, is mic up an amp cab with a single SM57 and just take a listen to all 4 preamps, including the Lindells this time. And we're just going to kind of check out the differences between these preamps and see which one we prefer. So guys, all of these guitar tracks are going into the same guitar bus, a little bit of compression, EQ, tape emulation series, one of my favorite plugins, Soothe. I'm throwing on some multi-band compression, and then a little bit of mix tool here, utility, just to invert the phase of the track. So let's check out what these tracks sound like in a mix. Guys, thanks again for checking out the video. It wasn't the easiest to do, to record all those different instruments and kind of compare them, but it was really cool, and I'm glad that I did it. It's definitely going to help me out, you know, seeing a difference between the preamps and everything. And if it helped you guys out, please leave a comment, give this video a like, and subscribe for more. If you guys want to see a similar video on 4 different 500 series compressors, go ahead and comment that below. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, it's me again. I want to thank you for checking out the video. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that right now. Don't forget to check out the links in my description where I list all my favorite plugins, giving you guys free discounts, and I also have a tutorials section on my website. If you guys ever need help mixing and mastering, or want me to personally mix your track, check out the website too, leave an inquiry. Drop off your tracks, I'll mix it for you and get it right back to you. Once again, this is Colin Childs Music. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.